Hey, it's Lee, and I'm here with another pizza review, and this is a really fancy one, guys. Actually, probably the cheapest one I bought so far. It's great value, thin and crispy four cheese pizza. Great value being the Walmart no name type brand. This pizza's relatively thin, obviously thin and crispy, kind of similar to the Ristorante, I think, is what they're going for. This is 363 grams, so well under a pound. The cheeses are mozzarella, Asiago, Parmesan, and Romano. Good combination if it works out, so that's a good sign. And taking a look at the back here, the instructions, on the cover it says 13 minutes. This says 11 to 13 minutes, so I'm going to lean towards 11 minutes of cook time at 425. So let's take it out of the package, see what it looks like. Out of the wrapper, and it actually looks better on camera than it does in person. It's like the least assuming pizza on earth. It looks like nothing. That's not a bad thing. Pizza's pizza. It's just like there's nothing drawing me to this pizza just based on what I'm seeing so far. But we'll see what it ends up tasting like. I'm not going to judge it right now. We'll toss it in the oven, and next time you see it, it'll be all golden brown and should look delicious. And then I'll give it a taste. Right, pizza's out of the oven, took only 11 minutes. It looks really nice. Smells a little bit like alphagetti, if you guys have ever had that. Which is not bad in my books. Not what I expect from a pizza, but it just has that kind of a cheap tomato sauce smell. But I'm not going to complain about it, and I'm not going to judge it yet. That might have just been one kind of quick whiff that I got that was a little strange. It's cutting really nicely. The edges are very, very crispy. Everything seems kind of on point so far, so that's good news. Perfect. Pizza is cut. I will be back with a review shortly. Actually, maybe we should take a look at it before we... There isn't all that much to look at, but underside looks good. Yeah, I kind of... The cheese coverage is okay. There isn't a ton of crust, so... And it's definitely kind of well cooked here. It doesn't look like underdone or anything like that. Alright, now we'll go ahead and taste it. Alright, had a taste, and I'm ready for a review. Overall, and I shouldn't start overall, but this is just about as generic as it gets. It is remarkably forgettable. I've almost forgotten what I wanted to say about it, and I ate the pizza about 12 seconds ago. The sauce didn't quite taste like alphagetti. I only got that smell, but it didn't taste like that. I kind of wish it did, because at least it'd be different then. This is the most generic, almost flavorless sauce. The crust under the toppings is really nice because it's crispy on the bottom, but soft on top because of the moisture from the topping, so that's good. There is not a ton of cheese, but I will say you do taste a little bit of the Asiago Parmesan kind of bitter cheese, which is nice because some of these four cheese blends don't seem to have enough of that, so I'm going to give a little credit on there. The edge crust is very crispy, but it has, like, it's almost too crispy. It's I don't even know how to describe it, but it's basically, it has no give. It's just you crunch it off essentially into chunks. It's more like biscuits. Still, I always say the worst pizza is still probably pretty decent, and this is kind of like, it's, I don't know how someone would be super offended by it, but I'm sure a pizza purist, if you gave him this and said, like, hey, this is my attempt at a pizza, would hate it. But other than that, like, it's still pizza at the end of the day. It's not going to be one of my higher scores. This great value 4-cheese pizza, thin and crispy, is going to get a 5 over here, and nothing on the other hand. That's a 5. That's a 5 flat. It's edible. I could eat it multiple times, but I would never go out of my way to buy this. There are so many better options out there. Unless this thing was 99 cents on sale, or maybe $1.99 for the size. It's more significant than it seems. I can't see a scenario where I would go out and buy this. It would really be to feed a lot of people for a little bit, for very little money. That's the only scenario where this is preferable over any of the other pizzas I've tried, really. I guess that's the review. Still, I really do think this was one of the cheapest pizzas I've had. So if you factor in value, you could raise that score a little bit. But yeah, 5 out of 10. That's where it's at.